All right. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody? Let me see if we are good on this end. Make this public. All right, we're public now. Okay, I think we're public now. All right. What's up, guys? How's everybody? I hope everyone's doing all right. Doing all right. Nice to have you guys here. Again, my name is Kevin, and it's nice to see you guys. And yeah, man, there's a lot of changes going on here in Vietnam. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. But yeah, let's just wait and see, get some people in. I just put this on. I just put this on public, so I'm waiting for people to roll in. So all right. So as you roll in, let me know. Let me go ahead and do these comments here. So as you come in, let me know where you're from, where you're viewing from, and yeah, we're gonna get into it here shortly about the biggest changes that's going on here in Vietnam on the ground, and I want to bring this to you guys live. So yeah, man, this is gonna be a nice addition to my content. So as more people get into, hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing, brother? So as more people come in, yeah, I don't expect a whole lot of people to come in here just because it's July 4th. So I expect a lot of people to hit the replay. So yeah, let's go ahead and just wait for a few people to get in, come in. Happy July 4th to everyone who's out there. But yeah, there is a lot of changes going on here in Vietnam. So let's dive into it, man. Again, let me put here. When you come in, when you come in, introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you viewing from? And yeah, we're live here in Vietnam, so Ho Chi Minh City. So again, I will be doing lives every Saturday about a certain different topics that are pertaining to my channel. So if you guys can't join us live, and you guys can ask your questions, we're gonna have Q&As on all lives, later on. So again, we're gonna do a weekly live every Saturday morning, Friday night for the U.S. and most of everyone else. So yeah. Let's dive into it. So today's topic, and forgive me, I'm figuring out. So today's topic, we're going to talk about what is changing here in Vietnam. So we're going to check out my video that I dropped a few days ago, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so we're going to dissect it all so that you guys have no questions about anything from that video. All right. So let's get into it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and I will, as I see them, I will answer them for you. All right. So yeah, welcome, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here. Happy July 4th to my Americans, my fellow Americans, and yeah, I hope you guys have all had a really good week, blessed week, and yeah, let's get into it, man. Again, drop your questions in the comment section below. Again, I will be doing a weekly live for you guys. Just dropping the videos. If you guys want to talk about the videos of the week, if you want to talk about any subject that you want to talk about, the Q&A shortly here in about 20 minutes or so will be your time to shine. So, all right. So let's get into it, man. Let me share my screen with you guys. Bear with me. And we're going to just dissect everything that we need to dissect about the video. And let's go like this. All right. Again, we're going to dissect everything here, so you guys have no questions whatsoever. So let's start with what changed here. We're going to listen a little bit, and then we're going to go and talk about it. All right. I'll explain it, and then we'll talk about it. As of July 1st, 2025, Vietnam has amended its nationality law to modernize and open new doors to foreigners.
There are now 4 major changes, and for many of you watching this video, this could be the turning point that makes citizenship actually possible. This is part of a wider push. Vietnam wants to attract talent, support international families, and make its economy more globally integrated. Let's go through the new pathways and I'll walk you through it. Part 2. Family ties, exemptions. If you're married to a Vietnamese citizen or you're a parent, child, or even grandparent of a Vietnamese citizen, this is big. You can now apply for citizenship without having to speak Vietnamese, prove you've lived here for 5 years, show financial means.
All right, so right there, family ties. Let me get into the comments here. So family ties. Number one, if you are Viet Kiều or have any Vietnamese background, you can. The language in the law is that you can. It's easier to understand for those Viet Kieux, right? So I did see a lot of comments from Viet Kieux saying I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. Vietnamese, obviously, if you have Vietnamese blood and you can always get a Vietnamese citizenship, dual citizenship. That's your birthright, right? But there have been many Vietnamese Americans in particular and British that they don't allow, and they just there's this weird like bureaucratic stuff that the red tape, I'll say the red tape that needed to be cleared for them to be specific, like, yes, you have Vietnamese citizenship, boom, there you go, So yeah, that's what I meant by that. Okay, if you have so if you are Vietnamese or you're married to a Vietnamese, you have Vietnamese children, you're a grandparent of a Vietnamese, anyone in your family, you can get citizenship straight up, period. So my thing is, I would definitely get married. Like, I am going to get married to Vietnamese, and I am going to go for a dual citizenship. So what about you guys? I mean, are you guys interested in getting a dual citizenship in Vietnam? So for me, I definitely think that there's many benefits for a Vietnamese citizenship, as long as they allow you to do a dual citizenship. You know what I mean? Because if they don't allow you to do dual citizenship, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't make sense. I would never give up my birthplace's citizenship. No way, right? So let me get some comments here, and if you guys want to join, you can join later on when we do our Q&A. So again, if you guys are just joining us, I am going to be doing a weekly update basically of what's going on, because there's so much going on here. So let me get into the comments section, and again, shout out to you, Adam. I've seen you, and let me know where you guys, as you come in, let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions, you can sit right there. So let's see. My boy Adam, what's up, Adam? He says, "Hey, bro, I'm watching from Cali." That's what's up. What part of Cali are you watching from? He says, "I'm good." Okay, Mr. Wade says, "Is going to be about visa changes." No, yes, it's going to be about visa changes. Again, we're going to break down the video, and then I'm going to have a Q&A with you guys afterwards. And then every week, around this time, every week, we're going to start doing lives every Saturday. So if you guys have any questions, you can save it for that. Or you guys can, if you have any questions about the video that I dropped that previous week, we can do that, This is all new to me, so the going live. So this live stream will get better, I promise. And as I understand how to do live better, I've been very intrigued with it. So yeah, definitely. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it, Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade says, will this affect people with a permanent residency too? So if you already have permanent residency, then you don't really need this. If you are married, Yeah, I would say get the dual citizenship, and then it'll be it'll be better for you because then you'll automatically, if you have permanent residency, this will give you, that validity, to be a citizen as opposed to like just being a foreigner with permanent residency. So yeah, if I were you, are you married by chance? I don't know. I've never seen someone have a permanent residency because you still have to leave every 5 years, I believe. So yeah, thanks for the comment, man. I appreciate it. Mr. Wade says, hi, by the way, I forgot to say hi earlier. No, it's all good, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate your comment. You're good, brother. All right, Mr. Adam says, I'm assuming that Vietnam is making these changes to get more to go there to the stress of Thailand. Okay. Yeah. So thanks for the comment, Adam. Yeah. So clearly, we all see that Thailand's struggling with tourists. Yeah. And so Vietnam sees. This is my thinking. This is my opinion. Vietnam sees, Southeast Asia as an open gate. So yeah, I think that Vietnam's finally saying they're seeing, the door open, and now I think they're just trying to appeal to more foreigners. But it's been, I mean, boots on the ground, man. It hasn't been as welcoming these last 5 years, 6 years that I've been here, for foreigners, at least legally, right? So recently, they all these changes, they've been. It feels more welcoming here on the ground. I'm not gonna lie. Every day, your day to day, not so much, but with interactions with Vietnamese, but like with the government, your interaction should be more streamlined now, moving forward. But yeah, thanks, Adam, man. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, Mr. Wade says, I'm thinking about moving to Southeast Asia, either Thailand or Vietnam. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say, obviously I'm going to go with Vietnam. So Thailand, excuse me, my voice is all messed up today, guys. But Thailand is more, they've made it really difficult for you guys, it seems like. So I don't know. Vietnam seems to be doing the opposite direction. And so for me, I think that's better, I'd rather go to a country that is willing to accept me, rather than a country that makes it really difficult to settle there. So yeah, that's just my opinion. All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Mr. Unfriendly Stoic Live, what's up, my boy? Says I would give it up. Yeah, I know you would. You would not give it up. Well, you have British passport anyway, so yeah, you're easy, man. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's go over here, Mr. Wade. I'm gonna knock these all out real quick. These comments. So when I sign up for freelance and start working, okay, cool, man. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about doing for freelance work? Man, appreciate the comment, man. Unfriendly Stoic says, but I already have another first world citizenship. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, so thank you for the comment, brother. So my boy Lafty, what's up, my boy? Simon says, I'm a U.S. expat watching from Da Nang. Yes, he is. And check out Simon's channel as well, guys. He is almost there at monetization, man. Go support it. All right, thanks for the comment, brother. What's up, brother? It says, hi, KT. What's up, bro? Nice to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. Last comment I'll take for now, and then we'll get into it. Hi, KT. This is from Soul Tales Cinema Story Movies. Hello. She says, hi, KT. I'm planning on moving to Vietnam with my young adult children to live a simple life. Yeah. And open a small business. Would soul food do well here? The funny thing you say that, I just had lunch with a special guest that you'll see later on this week on this channel. We were just talking about soul food, and specifically soul food. And yes, it would do really well. There's not a lot of soul food here, and there's not a lot of us here, to be honest. Let's be real. So, yes. Short answer, yes. The long answer, email me and I can set you up with one of our partners. They can at least give you free information about how to start that over here. So yeah, but the first part of your answer, your question, yes, a simple life is really good. Where are you thinking about moving to? Thank you for the comment, Miss Soul Tail Cinema. All right. Unfriendly Stoic. Thailand has a direct path to citizenship without marriage. Yeah, but do you really want that? They could change on a dime. Yeah, Vietnam could as well, but still, I would say this that Vietnam could as well, but they are projected to be in the 10th largest economy in the world, man, by 2050. So they hear the noise and they're you're here, man. There you see all the construction that's going on. You know what's going on. So, anyways, let's get back into the video, guys, and I'll take the rest of your comments. Thanks, guys, for the comments. Appreciate it. So
It's huge, but you still need to, of course, obey Vietnamese laws, respect cultural norms, and have full legal.
all right. So we're gonna just move on to the second category is investors, right? So this is for you
Family.
business.
Part 3 for contributors to Vietnam. There's also a pathway for people who've contributed to Vietnam's growth. I'm talking about investors, experts, scientists, cultural figures, athletes, artists, and much, much more. If your contributions are officially recognized, you can be exempt from language requirements, residency rules, financial proofs, but it's not automatic. Your value has to be acknowledged by the government. This is aimed at high impact individuals who bring skills, visibility, or resources into the country.
All right, so there it is right there. So if anyone who's bringing major bucks here, anyone who is anyone who I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comment and I'm just like, okay. But anyone who's contributing to Vietnam financially with their ideas, there you go. They have a visa for you, and this is a visa plus it would be your citizenship, right? So obviously, if you get citizenship, you can stay permanently, right? So not a lot of people know that, but yeah. But again, this is going to be huge for people who want to start their business, like a la me, a la Miss Soul Food, and anyone else who wants to start a business. I mean, again, right now is the time to start your business and get into Vietnam, understand the culture, because again, this next 25 years is going to be massive for Vietnam. It's going to be massive because right now we're just at the little curve of like seeing a little bit of investment has come into this country. This country is going to be massive, man. And for me, having already 6 years in this country, I know how it works. I know how they move, right? And a lot of what they were doing in the past, these past 6 years, is completely different now. Yes, there's going to still be some greasing of the hands and stuff, which means that they grease your hands. I can't really say it on YouTube, but it starts with a B, and you can that coffee money helps you get things done here. Now it's going to be kind of more like the West, right, where you can just apply and then you get your stuff, right? But of course, there's always going to be unfair advantages here. So this is going to be right here would be a good idea that I was talking to my attorney, the sponsor of these video and the sponsor of the last video, and he was telling me that right now you don't need a specific capital investment here in Vietnam. So what they're doing is the government is doing is they're lowering the bar for businesses, international businesses, to come here and open up their services. Because again, think about it. If you're in the service business in the West, come here, open up your service, because there's no services here, like, or very few. Excuse me, very few, right? And I'm talking about up to like an international standard, right? Yeah, they're Vietnamese standard, but there's an international standard, and that's where they want to level up. Like Vietnam wants to level up. So if you have a business, if you have anything that you can do that's like a home business, come over here to Vietnam, set up a small business. You see, the difference between setting up a business in the West and the difference between setting up a business here is that it costs a lot less to fail, you know? So you can set up a small little office, right? All you need is something small to begin with, and then you just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. You know what I mean? So this is a big opportunity, and Vietnam surprisingly is making people citizens of it, of their country, to do this, which is kind of interesting, right? It's weird because the last 6 years we've always been in, like, we're just foreigners, you know, and now they want to include us into it, you know, their society, which is cool, man. And also the digital ID that they're giving us, the little IDs, that's just all in a step forward for this country. Like I don't see how people can't see Vietnam on the trajectory, the upward trajectory. You know what I mean? Thailand, on the other hand, they're kind of stagnant right now, and they're losing. But again, if you want to get on the wave, get into Vietnam now. You know what I mean? I can help you with that. Let's keep it moving.
This could be huge for YouTubers. If you are a big YouTuber and you are showing Vietnam in a good light and the government recognizes that, big time.
All right. So again, now this is for you YouTubers. Vietnam one, there's not a lot of YouTubers here that are expats. Okay, I'm not talking about you traveler YouTubers. I'm talking about expats, people that they want to stay here, right? The people that they want to get citizenship. They are opening the door for you guys. All right, so as well, people like myself, you know, before, like, I have multiple ways of being a citizen and getting dual citizenship in Vietnam, but being a YouTuber is one of them, right? So if you show Vietnam in a good light, again, there's no free speech in this country, all right? So you, wherever you are, may have free speech, but in this country, you have to be very aware that there is no free speech. Don't bring the West mentality over here, all right? Because they don't take kindly to that, to be honest, all right? But I will say this: for us YouTubers, now it's your time to come here to show Vietnam in a good light, because Vietnam wants good international travelers and expats, you know? So just take into account that, man. And if you guys do need anything, just hit the first link in the comment section, man. Set up a one-on-one consultation with me, and then we can definitely talk. I can walk you through this one-on-one, and point you guys in the right direction to the people that I know and that I trust. So let's keep it moving.
All right, guys. This video is sponsored by. Back to the video. Part 4. Dual citizenship. Yes, really. Now, this one shocked a lot of people. Vietnam now allows dual citizenship in certain cases. Previously, you had to give up your original nationality to naturalize. But now, if you have Vietnamese relatives or a foreign nationality is seen as beneficial to Vietnam, you can keep both with approval from the president. That's especially big for Việt Kiều, overseas Vietnamese who want to reconnect without losing the passport they hold now. Part 5.
All right. So as you can hold on. So as you can see, dual citizenship is possible. All right. I know a lot of Westerners are questioning this, and yeah, you know, I question it myself. You know, what's said in the news is not necessarily enacted here as fast as they announce it on the news. You know, so again, you got to understand that this is a socialist country. All right, so they're really moving in the right direction, honestly. And so yes, it is true. You can get dual citizenship. Again, the Vietnamese government wants good foreign citizens, international citizens coming from not just Western society, but from all over the place. If you guys are scientists, if you guys have a specialty, come to Vietnam, because right now reminds me of like the 1970s where the U.S. was, or excuse me, the 60s, where, and I wasn't even born here, but where they were just, it was booming, you know. And then the 90s, let's just say, because I remember the dot-com bomb bubble. So yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about, this is for the whole country, right? This whole country, I've never felt a country come up. You know, I've been in the States, and the States are established already. Think about coming to a country that's establishing itself, and you know, especially on, you know, on a global level. You know what I mean? So again, I can't convince you enough that you guys should be looking at Vietnam, and you should be definitely looking at opening up your business, your service, your idea, because right now, don't miss the wave. I'm just telling you that. Don't miss the wave, because it's here. It's already here, and I'll say in the next 3 to 5 years, it's going to accelerate at a rate that I can't even call it, to be honest. So yes, you can have dual citizenship, and I think that that's super friendly internationally, because Vietnam, this one shocked me. I'm not even gonna lie, this one shocked me, and not only because let's say that you don't have to learn the language, or at least know speak the language fluently before you had to. You don't have to stay here 5 years. Um, Previously, you had to, and you also don't need to have any ties here, right? Previously, you did. Now they're letting people in, and they're at least giving you a chance to vet you. You know, just because you put in the application doesn't mean that you're going to be approved. So let's get to some of your comments, man. My boy Jamie, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, bro. That's solid of you, bro. Appreciate it. If I see a comment here, man, I'll read you first. But I appreciate that, my boy. How you doing, man? Happy July, July 4th. So let's see. I have some more comments, man. Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate that. Bear with me. So, okay, I already read that. Thanks for the info. My boy, Mr. Simon, thanks for the info. You're welcome, my boy. You're welcome. All right. Unfriendly Stoic says Thailand has more visa options. Here you got to be working, student, starting a business, or have some family tie like marriage or a kid. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, that's definitely true. I mean, again, Vietnam is they want you to have some sort of tie here, right? Whether it's your money, or whether you're married here, you have family here, right? So I agree. Do you guys agree? Like, let me know in the comment section. But I agree. You definitely need to be working here as well, or have a business. You know what I mean? Because even in the States, you got to do something. You know, they don't just let you just come in here. It's the same way. And so I think that what Vietnam is doing right now is really good, because it's on par with international standards. They're allowing us to come in, but not everybody. Don't let this fool you now. There are countries that they are banning, that they've already banned, and they make it more difficult for those countries to get into Vietnam. So if you're from a Western country, consider yourself lucky. You know, so All right. So yeah, thanks for the comment, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Wade says, I'm doing digital art and 2D hand-drawn animation for freelance and post bids for it to collaborate with other animators and cartoonists. All right, dope, man. So yeah, you should definitely come over here and start your studio and start your business for sure, bro. Because I'm not really sure about that field or that niche, but I know it's huge in Korea and in Asia. And yeah, you got something going on over there, brother. Good luck, man. Thanks for the comment. Okay, Friendly Stoic says, I just that Vietnam is not easy to stay long term. Less Pookies. Yes, we want less Pookies for sure, my bro. We don't want it to become Thailand. Vietnam is, and I don't think Vietnam will be that. You know, they're gonna increase a lot of tourism, but I just don't think Vietnam will put up with that. You know, but we'll see. You never know. We said that about Thailand, and look what it did. Thanks for the comment, brother. Stoic says Vietnam is Pookie free. That is also because the visa options are limited for long term. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, I think Vietnam is being strategic about that. You know, so yeah, I think it's a good idea. To be honest, we don't want Pookies here. Thanks for the comment, brother. So Soul Tales says, I'm still searching what areas would be best for us. So I'm in Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you for the comment. I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, and I've lived up in Hanoi. Me and my fiance, we just moved down to Ho Chi Minh City. This is my second time living here. First time I lived here almost 2 years, and so just like a year and a half. And so Ho Chi Minh City is cool. If you want more of a vibe, I'll say Hanoi is cool too. If you want a chill vibe, you want to work, you want to focus, stay like this, there's not a lot of entertainment going on in Hanoi. However, it just really depends on what you're into. Your soul food would do really well here in Ho Chi Minh City to start out, get your name out there, and then branch out. But yeah, for sure. Thanks for the comment. I really appreciate it. Mr. Wade says, trying to find a job that I'm good at doing and I really love it. Okay. So, what do you try? Have you found jobs here in Vietnam? Are there any prospects? I can put out some feelers for you, man. If you email me, I'll put out the email here shortly. It's just the channel name at Gmail. That's it. As simple as that. All right, thanks for the comment, Mr. Wade. Appreciate it. I'm from the Stoic. Really, yes. I'm thinking about starting a business the next week if the price is right and the capital requirement is low enough. Yeah. Let me know what business, man. Maybe we can do something. I would I really like that. So, yeah. It just depends, man. I mean, you know how like you live here, bro. So you know how easy it is to start a small little cart, a little food cart. I mean, it's what is it like less than $2,000 U.S. dollar. So you could start a little cart, put it maybe $5,000. Start a cart, come over here, start flipping food or doing whatever you're doing. But yeah, thanks for the comment, bro. Wade says, damn, I'm learning Thai language, and I'm sorry for Thailand right now that they always change up the visa situations, and lots of people are complaining about it. Yeah, I'm telling you, thanks for the comment, brother. I am telling you guys, I've been hearing about it, and my Thai friends over there, not Thai friends, but Thailand expats, they say the same thing. And believe it or not, a lot of them are coming over here. They're just taking a little trip. I'm like, are you coming over here? And a lot of them are thinking about coming over here, man. So, yeah, I'm telling you, don't miss the wave, y'all. Don't miss the wave. All right, Mr. Wade, thank you. Mr. Wade says, for me, I'm only a small unknown YouTuber. I'm not extreme like those other guys. I only have small subscribers. Hey, we all started at zero, my bro. So, it's all about this mentality. I'm not perfect on live, but I'm trying, and I'm showing up, and that's all that matters to the audience, is that they see you more, and that you can just give them your insight, man. I don't know everything, but I have people around me that know more about Vietnam because they're Vietnamese, and yeah, man, I utilize other people as well as expertise, man, because I've only been here 6 years. They've been here; they were born here, right? So everyone starts at zero, man. So I'm proud of you. Just keep it up, man. Keep going, brother. I'm Friendly Stoic. Can you speak more on business options for small business owners? Yes, I will. Definitely. Yes, I will. Thanks for the comment, brother. Uh, Vietnam keeping it pookie free. I ain't mad. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving on the video. So yeah, so dual citizenship. It's here to stay, and hopefully, our the government will just kind of refine it a little bit so it's not so confusing. All right, so the next one is you can change your name, right? And I have articles for all this. I'm just gonna blow through this last one, and then we're gonna talk about it. All right, so let's go like that.
Part 5, name flexibility. Under the old law, you had to take a fully Vietnamese name when becoming a citizen. Now, you can just combine your name, like, for example, David Nguyen or Lynn Martinez. It may be symbolic, but it reflects Vietnam's move toward a more multicultural identity while still honoring tradition. Part 6, how to apply. Here's what the application process typically looks like. You'll need application form, ID passport, judicial record, proof of residence, proof of financial means, and proof of language certificate unless you're exempt. If
All right, so this one is pretty cool as well. So before, you used to be you couldn't add your English name to to your Vietnamese name, right? If you got citizenship, dual citizenship. So now they just cleaned up the language, and they actually made a law of it that says, like, we can use our names here. We can add, or we can do a Vietnamese name. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. It's exciting. I mean, for me, I'm like, it's cool. I'm more about the citizenship, and I'm definitely just going to keep my name and probably be like a Hoang or something like that. So yeah, let's keep it. Let's go back to these comments real quick and just knock them out. You have to be a productive member of society. Correct. Yeah. Thank you, Friendly Stoic. Yeah, that is correct. You have to be a productive member of society for sure. So I definitely agree with that. Thanks for the comment, brother. Sotel says, chill and business. Exactly. See, honestly, when I left the U.S., I kid you not. Like I say this, I've said this on many of my past videos and stuff, but you guys can check it out. But when I left the U.S. in 2018, I kid you not, when I was taking off, the hot second I took off, the weight over my shoulders, I don't even know how to explain it, but the weight on my shoulders just went, and I felt lighter again. Like I felt like, ooh, what was that? Like, because I could feel it. I've never felt it since I've been abroad. Never, 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 never. I didn't even realize I was stressed. I didn't realize I had that body stress. I didn't realize a lot of stuff until I came abroad. The U.S. got flushed out of my system. All the toxins, all that stuff. All the dirty water, the dirty food, the medications, the everything that they're poisoning us on. I legit started drinking water from the tap. I legit told my friend, like, what is that? Because he went straight to the tap. He went to the tap, and he put the cup underneath there, and just clean water came out. No bubbles or any of that. No bubbles. And I'm I'm like, he gave it to me. I said, I'm not drinking that. And he said, go ahead, man, drink it. When I drank it, I kid you not, I damn near cried because I never drank clean water before like that. It tastes like that. It tastes like mountain spring from the tap. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa. So yeah, thanks for the comment. Your hair is gonna grow back. You're gonna age less. So yeah. Thanks for the comment. Can you get Unfriendly Stoic? Can you get a D4 visa with a 2K food cart though? That is going to be that's a good question for my attorney Nia. So I'll throw you him and you can check him out and you can call him. All right, I'll hit you on the back end. Thanks, Unfriendly Stoic. Appreciate it. Mr. Wade says, "Is it good to be a quiet village? Be at a quiet village? Sorry, man. Is it good to be at a quiet village area or city as a remote worker? Is it better to be at a city or a quiet province area? It depends on your vibe, man. Honestly, I've lived in a smaller, medium-sized city in Vietnam, and although it was really cheap, it was cool. But there wasn't a lot of entertainment. Also, the girl situation wasn't happening at all. And so I'll keep it YouTube friendly. But then, yeah, I didn't go on one date when I was over there. So in the smaller city, and I was the only brother, dark skinned person in that city. So seriously, so it just depends. I wasn't the only foreigner, but I was the only dark foreigner. So it just depends, man. It depends on your vibe. If you want a fast-paced city, come down here to Ho Chi Minh City. If you're looking for more of a chill coastal vibe, go to Da Nang. But Da Nang is turning into, let's say, Pattaya, but without the clubs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's being overran. Go to Nha Trang. That's like the Miami. That's the Miami of Vietnam. Go to Quy Nhon, which is an up and coming city. I did a video about the best cities to live in for foreigners. You should check that out in my catalog. I did it probably about a month or two ago. So yeah, you should check that out. But if you want to just chill out, again, chilling out in the U.S. country is different from chilling out in the city. So it's the same exact thing here in Vietnam for sure. So yeah, man, thanks for the comment, brother. Appreciate it. Again, you need some help, man. I can walk you through it. Let's see. Mr. Wade says, as an introvert, shy guy, I also love to chill and work as well. My man. I don't know if you spitting game or anything, but okay. Good for you, my boy. Thanks for the comment. All right. Mr. K says, how about a retirement visa for the people who don't like the other options? If a person have a good retirement pension and steady income, the Vietnamese government should offer this option. Thank you, Mr. K. Appreciate that. Yes, there is the retirement visa. They are actually like almost finished with it. Seriously. I will bring it up. I'll bring it up here in a minute, or I'll send it to you. I'll send you an article that they wrote. So, but yes, finally, this is all separate from these changes. It's coming really, 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 really soon, like within the next month or two. Like within that, it's already. I believe it was in the National Assembly to put up for vote. So yeah, I need to verify that. But yes, it's coming. I just read it like 2 days ago. So yeah, it's coming, brother. Thanks for the comment. Bro. Soul Tales, I understand that. Yep. Thanks for the comment. Unfriendly Stoic says, in my honest opinion, Hanoi was boring. Yeah. Yeah, Hanoi is boring, man. I've lived there for, I got to keep it on. I got to keep it a buck with you guys, man. Hanoi's boring because there's not a lot of entertainment. The vibe is, but that's what the government does. They want. They want that city to be, not Ho Chi Minh City. They don't want it to be overran by hooligans. You know what I mean? And that's why they push everything to the south. Because they're, I can't say what I want to say, but they how do I say this? They just allow the South to play, and the North is the adult in the country. Let's just put it that way. All right, yeah. But I thought, but I also loved Hanoi as well because it wasn't Ho Chi Minh City. You know what I mean? So I say it's boring because I lived there for 3 years, right? And so that's where I met my fiance, and she's from Hanoi. And so the only thing about Hanoi is that I really love still is that I met her. Hanoi women, if you guys are looking for men, if you guys are looking for a partner, go to the north. I'll just say that. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Thanks for the comment, my boy. What's the least amount of money one should bring to start his or her expat life in Ho Chi Minh City? Good question, man. If you've saved up enough money and you've already made that decision that you're coming here, honestly, I would say 10 grand, anywhere from 5 to 10 grand. But 5 grand is if you have a job lined up or you have something lined up here already. 10 grand would allow you to just relax for a minute, 6 months to a year, depending on how you budget. And then that way you can figure some things out, the less money you have, under $10,000 saved to start your new life. I would definitely have something lined up here as far as work, just to ease your mind, so you're not spending your salary. But yeah, thanks, Simon. Appreciate the question, man. That's awesome. I'm feeling stoked says that's what Vietnam really wants. Yep. Thank you, bro, for the comment. I'm feeling stoked says they've been talking about a retirement visa for years, though. Yeah, I know, but I actually saw and read an article just 2 days ago about it, that it's in the they changed something about it, and I'll actually try to see if I can find the article here live so that we can just look at it together. So I can just help. Let me see if I can pull that up. Retirement. Let me see if I can find that article for you guys live. All right. So yeah, how to apply to your visa. Basically,
what the application process typically looks like. You'll need application form, ID, passport, judicial record, proof of residence.
Okay, so you're obviously going to need your passport. You're going to need the application. You can apply online. All right. So they're fixing all their website issues and stuff. Again, remember, this stuff is new. All right. This stuff just came out. So Vietnam is not like the West. They're not fast yet. All right. For instance, their tax system, it took two months for me to receive a tax refund here. Generally in the US, I'll receive it within the 2 weeks, So again, their system, they're changing everything, all their systems, they're changing so that now they can be up to speed. So it's slow, but it's happening, Let me see this retirement visa. I think it was this article. Anyways, I'll find it. I'll find it before we're out during our Q&A. So yeah, just apply online. Be patient with them. Like I said, be patient, and things will happen, man. If you guys are looking for like citizenship and you really honestly just come for a visit, see, if I were you, I would give myself 10 days, 2 weeks. The longer the better. Come here, go to the north, check out Da Nang, but see the bigger cities first. This is my strategy. See the bigger cities, see if you could live here, and then go and then travel. Try to come back and then travel again, but hit other cities, smaller cities, right? Do your research, because again, living here in Vietnam, it's easy. It's easy living, but you don't really realize how big this country is until you get here. Because one, you don't know the language, so you're gonna need someone to help you with that. That's the biggest barrier here. Don't let anyone fool you and tell you language barrier is not a thing. It is a huge thing here. All right. They are trying to learn English as fast as they can, but they're not going to learn it tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, um, and if I were you, I would get outside of the tourist areas. The tourist areas are great, but that's not really how Vietnam is, right? So just make sure you guys have a guide, a tour guide with you, and then they can speak the language. So again, apply online, wait for their systems. It's coming. They're doing it and they're mixing it and they're changing everything right now. So right now, I feel like the whole government is just changing, like seriously, like that. So just be patient with them, man. Let's get into some of these comments. You guys are piling up on me here. Appreciate it. Thanks for the comment. Chloe, I'm not sure if I'm Siley. Sorry. NYC says, I think Hanoi is a great place if you're living there with your lady. Yeah. So, yeah. So about that, me and my lady, we were not living together in Hanoi. So I understand your question. I understand your statement, but me and my lady, for example, we weren't living together. So um, when we got engaged, we were allowed to live together. So let's put it that way. Here in Vietnam, if you are dating a Vietnamese woman, don't expect her to live with you unless she's older and she's out of the house. If she's not out of the house, and she could be 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, doesn't matter. She could be 40 and she's still living at home because she doesn't have a man, you know? Same with the boys as well. If you're an expat female and you fall for a Vietnamese man, then you got to be ready for them to, because they latch on, family's everything. I don't say that in my videos for no reason. Family is everything. If her family doesn't like you, you're out. It doesn't matter, right? Unless she's strong-minded or has some sort of Western influence. So yeah, but if you are, so back to his question, or his statement is, if you come from outside as a foreigner with your lady and she's a foreigner, no problem. No problem. Thanks for the comment, my boy. Unfriendly Stoic, we love the South for that reason. Exactly. So yeah, so the South is, you can come in a lot, again, like I said, the Vietnam, the government said, the South, you guys be dirty. You guys can be the dirty ones, figuratively speaking, I'm saying. So they said that, and Hanoi's clean. Hanoi's the clean area, except for the air. You know what I mean? But the South is a lot more accepting, but they still have those traditions. They're still traditional as well. Thanks for the comment, brother. Let's see. Mr. Wade says, I think southern places are too wild. It's insane. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But again, there's no other city that's like Ho Chi Minh City, right? Every little pocket in every district has a vibe. I ain't gonna cap. Like, you could go to District 5, which is like specifically for locals, and it is popping over there, in these different districts. So a district is massive, okay? It's massive in this massive city, right? So there's like a ward, WARD, wards, ward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to like sometimes 20, right? And it's just a small little ward, right? But it could be a big ward as well. So these wards make up a district, right? Anyways, every single ward and district in Ho Chi Minh City has something popping, some sort of entertainment, some sort of activities to do. So that's what makes Ho Chi Minh City so like, dang, this city is awesome. Yeah, too wild for sure. Yes. Soultail Cinema says, what areas cities are between north and south? That middle area. Yeah. So Da Nang. We can look on a map here. Let's look together real quick. Let me stop my share. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let's go like this. Go pull up maps real quick. Let's go. I want to share with you guys. Okay. Where's my maps? Google Maps. There you are. Bam. All right. So I believe you guys can see it and you can see it. So we're here, of course, right? Let's go to the middle here, right? So you see Nha Trang. This area right here is, I'll click on it. So this area is the Miami of Vietnam, right? This is the Miami, they call it the Little Da Nang, all right? So this is the Little Da Nang, okay? And so let me go, we said the middle. So the middle is going to start from here, from Vinh up here, right here, to basically, I'd say basically like right here. So like right here. I'll say Quy Nhon. All right. So this area, Quy Nhon, is the one I told you is up and coming. Okay. So the middle, obviously you can see Hanoi, and this is all the north. Okay. All of the north. The north stops at Vinh. Okay. The north stop. Well, it could even be Hue, but we consider Hue more of the center. So it stops more right here. This was the area that I lived in, the small area. As you can see, it's Hanoi's right here. And it's like about 4.5 hours south of Hanoi. Okay, that's where I used to live when I first arrived. So the middle here, right? Let's take a look at this. We'll start at Vinh. Vinh is this is a coastal city. Vinh, I've been to Vinh. Vinh is a nice coastal city. Not a lot going on, but again, it's a smaller city within the the north central. Okay, but it's nice. Yeah, and as you can see, all these roads right here, easy ride. It's an easy ride, long ride, but easy ride. All right, so obviously you can see all these mountains, right? All of these mountains, right? All of these mountains. I have not been on this area right here. I have not been here yet. Never been here. Never been here. But majority of it is going to be mountainous, farmland, little villages inside here, little villages, coastal areas. A lot of people are sleeping on this area here. It's called Kian. They're sleeping on these little tiny areas, which, I mean, look at Dong Hoi is, I mean, look at the picture, coastal city, right? Then there's obviously the Emerald City, right? This is the old capital. Now Hanoi is the capital, but this is the old capital of Vietnam. Back in the day, all right. So right here was the old. So there's not a lot going on in the middle of this. There's not a lot going on, but if you go from like the top middle, so the top middle to the old to Hue. It's called Hue. To Hue is not a lot going on. But again, there's little sleeper towns like Donghui, Ha Tinh right here, Ha Tinh, Hongling. All these little areas right here are really sleeper towns, right? They're building up. This one is a little coastal city. It's a little bit away, but it's still not. It's like not far. All these little ones are really pretty up and coming cities. Small cities, up and coming. Hue is the biggest one out of all of them. Right here, right here from Hue to Da Nang is called the Haizong Pass, the Hai Von Pass. Excuse me, Hai Von Pass. And so it's a road. You can see this road right here. It goes through the mountains around on the coast. All this right here. I took a train, 36 hours on this right here. I did a video of it as well. So this little stretch right here is called the Hai Von Pass. And then obviously you know about Da Nang. That's the biggest city in the Central Valley. This is the second biggest is Hue. This city right here is coming up and coming, much like Quinyan right here. This one is coming up. So obviously you guys know Hoi An, right? So that's a small little area. Tam Kỳ is another up and coming. All these little areas right here. And then into Quinyan is all areas you guys should be looking and thinking about. All of this. All that nobody's even touched it yet. Okay. And then obviously, then we're in the south. So not a lot going on really in the middle, like an inland middle, but there are areas of little cities you can check out. So yeah, I hope that answered that for you. The long way around. Thanks for the comment. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay. All right. Mr. Wade says, it's funny because as a tropical person coming from a Caribbean family, I'm not sure if North Vietnam might be warmer weather as Southern Vietnam. I love warm weather. I don't mind rain, but I hate cold. Yeah. Hanoi. So when I first got to Hanoi, it used to be super cold, I'll say. Freezing cold, man. I mean, literally freaking freezing cold. And so the reason why I left Ho Chi Minh City to go back up to Hanoi was because I wanted cold. I didn't want the heat right anymore. So what I'll say is best for you is if you just go to come to the south that has more tropical weather for you. I understand you, brother. Thanks for the comment. All right, let's see. A lot of Nammer Hammer, thanks for the comment, brother, says a lot of people learn English in school. I think the issue is they are more shy, conservative, unlike the Thai people. Yeah. That's the one thing that really does bother me about the Vietnamese people is that they're so shy. Like they're so afraid to make, mistakes, I'm like, as being an English teacher, I'm like, yo, go ahead and make a mistake because right here in this class is your comfort zone. This should be your comfort zone. So if they can't speak English in front of me as a teacher in class, and they have a hard time, they're gonna struggle out here, And so that's the reason why parents are starting to wake up here about these English centers. A lot of these English centers have been getting fat. They've been getting real fat on just taking the parents' money and not really teaching English, man. And so it's been 30 years, 25 years, basically, since they introduced English to the curriculum. I could be wrong, maybe 30 years, but most of the people only know, hello, how are you? What is your name? That's it. Like, seriously, it's a big thing, big talk amongst us teachers. When we talk amongst ourselves behind the scenes, it's like, what are we doing here, man? A lot of these kids are not learning anything. So it's pretty sad, but the parents are just shoveling that money out, So, yeah, thanks for the comment. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah. Wade says, yeah, I'm learning Vietnamese too. It's hard, but very fun and language to learn. Yeah, once you get it down and you get those tonations down here, it'll be like, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you too. I do like Vietnamese, but it's also so difficult to learn like that. Spanish, I picked that up real quick and then learned it fluently real fast. So, yeah. Thanks, Wade, for the comment, man. Appreciate it. Mr. Wade says, good language to learn. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Thank you, bro. My boy Keith Maxwell. What's up, my boy? 100. Thank you. What's up, boy? You good? I saw you. You were buzzing. So, yeah, I'm here. All right. Thanks for the comment, my boy. Unfriendly Stoke says, my girl live with me. Uh-oh. Do we make it official? Thanks for the comment, bro. Okay. For the most part. Yeah. I hear you, bro. What's up, Keith? Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Love you, boy. Love you, boy. Thanks for the support, man. Unfriendly Stoic says, South has better weather as well, for sure. For sure. Unfriendly Stoic, again, Vietnam has done excellent job from experience with drivable roads for motorbikes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. In the cities, yeah, it's going to be a lot more easier for us to get around, But considering Cambodia's roads, you know what I mean? They're getting it fixed, but yeah, I'd agree with you. Vietnam in the cities are better. Out abroad, out in the rural area, I don't know, man. Thanks for the comment. Mr. Wade says it was an easy ride, no chaos. Yep. I've traveled those areas I showed you. I traveled up and down there, except for the ones I didn't travel to. So, yeah, thanks, Wade. Wade says that's good because I heard thought it could be crowded the traffic. Yeah, very, very much. For sure. Mr. Nammer Hammer, 100%. He says 100% from the Stoic. The driving conditions are way better. Yep, for sure. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Soul Tales. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Email me if you'd like, and I can point you in the right direction. All right. And Unfriendly Stoic says a lot of Grab drivers will speak in English to me. A lot? That's a stretch, my boy. That's a stretch, All right. So it looks like the last comment so far. So let's get into. Oh yeah. Make sure you guys like this stream and subscribe to the channel if you guys are looking for more Vietnam content here. I'm so bad at doing that sometimes, so I gotta remember. So last section, guys, and then basically I'll open the panel. You guys want to come on and talk? We'll talk for about 15, 20 minutes, and then if anybody comes, then we'll talk. Basically, hold on, let's go like this, and let me share my screen with you guys. And this is gonna be the last bit on the video here. So basically, who should care, right? Should you care? Let's see. Who should care? This law is a game changer if you fall into one of these categories of groups. Number 1, expat married to Vietnamese spouses. Number 2, retirees or long-term residents. Number 3. All right, so what I mean by that, retirees and long-term residents. So you can stay here. Again, if you're going to be retired, they're coming out with a specific visa for you guys. But again, if you want to retire, you're going to still have to. I gotta find that for you guys because I really do want to find that information. I will after the live. I don't want to do it while I'm on live, but after the live, what I'll do is I'll post it on my community tab, on my community post, and then that way you guys can check it out. But they are coming out, and I promise you, they've been saying this for years. I know, but they are definitely. They've already pretty much passed it. It's just a matter of getting the votes in the National Assembly. So, but what I mean by long-term residents, I mean that's kind of a vague term. So, long-term residents could just mean everyone that I spoke about. Yeah. So foreigners with kids that are of Vietnamese citizenship, a wife who's Vietnamese, a husband who's Vietnamese. Let's not forget the ladies, right? Or if it's man on man, woman on woman, don't forget you guys, LGBT. It's okay. Uh, and also grandparents, right? So if you're a long term resident, meaning if you have 5 years or more, right? If you don't qualify for any of the investor one, if you don't qualify for you don't have any family here, Vietnam will actually give you citizenship as well if you've been here 5 years or longer. Is what I mean by long-term residents. Okay, so you have to adhere to, possibly, if you're not exempt, learning the language. All those old rules would apply to you, right? Learning the language, either have an investment into Vietnam, have some sort of family ties, and or live here for 5 years. So you would be just find out if you're exempt for any of those things, and when you apply, they'll let you know. All right. Again, if you want to streamline that, I can help you out. I have people who are behind me who are part of immigration, who have ties to immigration, or immigration attorneys and business attorneys that can keep you focused. So let's see. Okay, let's keep going.
Foreigners with Vietnamese children. 5, overseas Vietnamese or Việt Kiều. 6, entrepreneurs and investors. And last, number 7, digital nomads ready to settle.
And there it is. This visa, this citizenship, obviously, it'll give you an opportunity to be open to the Vietnamese economy, right? Other benefits of this is that you can own property and you can have a red book instead of a pink book. The difference between a red book and a pink book is a red book is only you can own the land and the property on that land. The pink book is just your property. Okay, so like if you buy a house, it's a pink book, right? If you're a foreigner. If you have that red book, that means that instantly says you're a citizen, all right, of Vietnam. So you can kind of go from there, right? So it's either you buy property, you have a red book, that means property plus land. Pink book means just property, all right? Another benefit is just that you'll be able to have full access to Southeast Asia. You don't have to do any more visa runs, right? No more visa runs. You can go to other countries in Asia and Southeast Asia for free, right? Much like my U.S. Citizenship, I can go to a lot of countries visa free. Can do that for Asian countries. So those are things that also another benefit would be paperwork, right? You do less paperwork, right? Again, you just have more benefits, right? You can actually get Vietnamese jobs. I don't know if you want Vietnamese jobs, but you can get them, right? If you're a marketing, think about it. If you're a marketing director, and those are usually for Vietnamese citizens. Well, there you go. Now you can fully immerse yourself in the economy, right? So, yeah, let's see if we have any more comments here, and then I'll open up the panel for you guys. See if you guys want to come in and talk. Okay, just one. Unfriendly Stoic says 5 years a tourist. Yeah, man. There are people who have been a tourist for 20 years here, man. You'd be surprised. They're the ones who are the lurkers. You don't see them, right? You only see people who've been here under 10 years. So just keep in mind that also they're doing border runs. I don't know. So yeah, man. If you guys want to come on to the panel, and I will share and invite you onto as a guest, and you guys want to come in and talk, we can. I will send this into here, and I will post it as a pinned comment. So if you guys want to come on and talk, I just put that into the comments section. Come on and talk about Vietnam and ask some questions, man. What do you got? What do you got for me? Right here. It's in the comment section. So let's go like this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, being someone that lives here and that's been living here for 6 years, I'm stoked. I'm super stoked about the possibilities of what's coming. But yeah, while we wait for people that want to come on, let me go ahead and share this with you guys. There's and just show you. That's not the one I want. It's the other one. Hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. This is an article. This is a Vietnamese outlet news report, news organization, I should say. And basically it says like this: Vietnam passes amendments to nationality law. Vietnam has officially passed amendments to its nationality law, outlining critical criteria for foreigners and stateless individuals. Look at this. I'll talk about it. Stateless individuals seeking Vietnamese citizenship. So, stateless. Stateless means you don't have to live here. I'll just give you the nitty gritty. Stateless means that you don't have to be on the premises, the state, right? So let's read this real quick. It's just a small little article. The revised law was approved unanimously by the Lawmaking National Assembly on Tuesday morning, with all 416 deputies in attendance voting in favor. So, like, look at that. So, all of them, 416 deputies, all in attendance, voted yes for this. That tells you which direction that the government is looking at, and that should tell you that they're favoring, opening up their economy even more, right? Under the revised law, foreigners or stateless individuals must meet several conditions to obtain Vietnamese nationality. These include having full legal capacity, with exceptions for minors applying through a Vietnamese parent, compliance with the Constitution and laws of Vietnam, respect for Vietnamese culture, proficiency in Vietnamese language, at least 5 years of residency in Vietnam, and financial self-sufficiency. So again, obviously, if you can pay for yourself, these are the rules, right? There are exemptions, all right here, exemptions. At least 5 years of residency in Vietnam. So right here, this right here is going to be big, right? I have that already. If you have 5 years, you can get a citizenship. You speak Vietnamese language. You speak the Vietnamese language, and you obviously respect their culture, and obviously you comply with their constitution, right? Again, these are the exceptions. These are going to be your exceptions. If they exemptions. If they exempt you, then you don't have to do this. Okay. If they don't exempt you, you have to do this. Okay. You must learn the language. All right. So, however, applicants with a Vietnamese spouse or biological child may be exempt from these requirements. So, you have a wife or a husband of Vietnamese descent or a child, you don't have to do this. Okay. You are exempt from all of these requirements. You are exempt from these requirements. The revised law also introduces a naming requirement, right? Remember, the naming, you can change your name. Okay. Applicants must choose a name in Vietnamese or ethnic Vietnamese language. Those applying to retain their foreign nationality alongside Vietnamese citizenship may opt for a hybrid name combining both Vietnamese and foreign elements to be officially recorded in their nationality certificate. So your whatever name you choose, you will be that will be your name. Okay, so choose wisely. All right. When Hai Ninh, Minister of Justice, said the Vietnamese government revised the naming provision after lawmakers called for more flexibility, right? Suggesting the use of Vietnamese style or original foreign names to support global integration. Look at that. So again, Vietnam is definitely ready for the globe to open up, right? And if you're just following us, this is the new. We're just going breaking down the new law about Vietnam passed the new nationality law. Okay, we're just reading it. So right here, while Vietnam permits dual citizenship under specific conditions, the law emphasizes that within Vietnamese territory, only Vietnamese nationality will be officially recognized when dealing with domestic authorities, unless stated otherwise by international treaties. So that just says, yeah, you're Vietnamese. If you're Vietnamese, we're going to deal with you like a Vietnamese. Okay. For Vietnamese citizens with foreign nationality residing abroad, their rights and obligations will follow relevant legal provisions. Yeah. So if you are Vietnamese with a foreign nationality, again, it just depends on where you're at. Okay. You're in the U.S., you obviously go by U.S. law. If you're in Vietnam, go by Vietnamese law. Notably, the law stipulates that individuals holding or running for certain positions, such as members of the Vietnamese Party, state, fatherland front, mass organizations, or armed forces, must hold sole Vietnamese citizenship and maintain permanent residence in Vietnam. So right here, they're just saying just because we give foreigners this opportunity doesn't mean you're gonna come in here and take everything from us. That's basically what that's saying. And I think that's right, man. I think that they should definitely let Vietnamese should get first. They should get first dibs on everything, right? For sure. Civil servants, right here, civil servants and public employees not in these categories must also hold only Vietnamese nationality unless doing otherwise clearly benefits the Vietnamese state without harming national interests. Again, the messed up thing about it, Vietnam does not allow Vietnamese citizens to hold dual citizenship. They just don't allow it. So that's what they're saying right here. Okay. They must hold only a Vietnamese nationality. So you must only be Vietnamese. Okay. They're not going to let us work at the embassy or all these, compromising their national security. They should. So the central government will issue further guidelines on these exemptions. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's that. And so what do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Let's see. Okay, Unfriendly Stoic, I see you. I see you. Let me just, I will put you. What's up, bro?
How you doing, man? I appreciate you having me on the stage.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Just enjoying the AC right now.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you, brother. Can you speak up a little louder?
Okay, I do my best. Maybe I should change my. Oh, let me switch my headphones. How's it now?
Yeah, come back to me. All right, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, let's get to some of these comments here. And if you guys want to join me. Come on, just like join in the back, and you guys can come on up. So Nammer Hammer says, I'd love more information on immigration lawyers. Okay, yeah, brother, hit me up on here. Let me put my email. My email is the channel name. There you go, man. My email is the channel name, TheStoryofKT@gmail.com. Yeah, and I'll get that over to you, brother. Don't worry. Thanks for the comment, bro. Let's go. Mr. Wade says that's interesting. It even works by getting a second passport. Yeah. The cool thing, like I said, the cool thing is that Vietnam's allowing on certain people the dual citizenship. So they're allowing us to have dual citizenship. I hope that they change it for Vietnamese because Vietnamese need to have dual citizenship as well. I know that I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not really well versed on that. But I know my lady just told me that they don't allow dual citizenship for them. So yeah. Okay. Thanks for the comment, Mr. Wade. Kim, hello, buddy. I remember you. Of course I remember you. How are you, little man? You okay? It's nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming. Yep, I agree. Yep, there's the email. Okay. And if you want to come up and be a guest, come on and talk your ish. All right. I'm Friendly Story. What's up, my boy?
How you doing? Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you better now. You're still kind of. It seems like you're kind of in and out. But yeah, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad. So let me just see if I could use the iPad. But yeah, essentially, I was wanting to ask some questions about like the business route because that might be a route I could take. But I know like, when you contact most of these lawyers out here, they ask for like even with the DT4, they're asking for like high five figures all the way up to six figures for capital. Do you know what the capital requirement is with your sponsors?
It's really difficult to hear you, bro. But you said the capital for what? I missed you.
Just the capital requirement to start up a business here and still get access to the DT. I'm gonna switch my mic.
So again,
Is that better?
My attorney told me that it depends on the type of visa that you have, right? So if there's a few different investor visas, right? So there's like the umbrella of your investor visa, and then there's a couple of different visas from that, stemming from that. So it really just depends on which visa that you wanna go for.
I'm talking the DT.
I know that 150,000 USD capital investment is for like the umbrella investor visa. So the Vietnamese government would like for you to pledge 150,000 of capital in your bank, in a Vietnamese bank, in order to get that visa.
Now, I'm asking specifically about the smallest visa option where
that's a good.
It says 0 to like I think $1 billion.
Yeah, so with us as foreigners, it's different because again, I don't really have that answer because my attorney said that there's multiple different visas that we'd have to, because for example, starting my service academy, I need not only do I need a license for the 150K USD, I need to have to get that visa. I need 150K in the bank. I need what do you say? And I need a sub license. Okay, I need a sub license for the type of activity that I'm going to do. So, anyways, yeah. I got to get back to you on that because I got to nail them down for some specifics on which specific visas are the investor visa. Is there like a investor visa light, or is there like an investor visa, only full throttle? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll talk to you on the back end on that, bro. No worry.
All right, I appreciate the information, buddy.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. But yeah, since we're here, man, do you want to everyone? Yeah, Unfriendly Stoic is a content creator as well, and he's one of my boys behind the scenes here in Vietnam. And so, if you guys are interested in his content, you want to tell the people a little bit about what your content's like?
Sure. Basically, I'm doing like a kind of like a Cloverfield style, first person view, POV style of Vietnam. So I'm going to be doing like vlogs, POV. I'm also going to be doing like kind of like talking heads, but I call them more walk-in talks because I'm going to be outside and giving my opinion and giving people information that way. And I'm also going to be doing interviews. So I got the Unfriendly Stoic live channel where I'm going to be doing my live streams and shorts. And then I have the Unfriendly Stoic TV channel where we just do long form content. So that's pretty much it.
Right on, man. No, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it would send some support your way, my man. So I appreciate you supporting, bro.
100%.
Yeah. So anything you want to talk about Vietnam, bro? What's been your experience living in Vietnam since you've been here, and how long have you been here?
I've been here since November 2024, but I've been like researching Vietnam for like 5-6 years now, just being tapped in and understanding what's going on in Vietnam. But my experience it's pretty chill. I don't see a lot of foreigners like I did in Bangkok where I live, but I kind of like that as well because it's just a little bit more chill vibe than it would be like in like a Pattaya or Bangkok. So, and you see a lot less rowdiness and issues that way. And then things very efficient here. Like I use Shopee. I have a package right now downstairs. You know what I mean? You could pay cash on delivery. So it seems like there's like a great trust system here. You know, I got a motorbike pretty easily. Paying like $40 a month for the motorbike. So I would say like overall the experience here has been pretty good.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I would definitely say, I know you in the back office or behind the scenes. So, yeah, I mean, would you say that at least on the dating side of Vietnam, what would you say the dating side for you has been like?
I would say it's definitely different than Bangkok because like when I was in Bangkok, Tinder was a good option. Where I feel like Tinder is not as much a good option here, and like your best bet out here is probably to like go to like language exchanges and meet friends, and then try to like connect through friend circles and then get introduced to people that way, opposed to dating apps. And then it's a lot more conservative. People date to marry. So, I mean, you could have your fun, but it's not necessarily as easy as it would be like in other Southeast Asian countries.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, brother. So when is what's your next project coming out? Tell the people.
Oh, well, I plan on going live soon. I thought I was going to do it sooner, but for whatever reason, even with the 50 subs, I can't go live, so I got to figure that out. But I'm gonna be rolling out a bunch of long form content pretty soon because I have like terabytes in the stash right now. So just check out the Unfriendly Stoic TV channel if you want to check out the long form content. And if you want to see my lives, just go to Unfriendly Stoic Live as well.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. Check him out, help him out, man. And so yeah, man, you guys can ask me anything you guys want, any questions on the back end. Stoic, I'm gonna let you go because
Cool
I'm gonna.
beans.
All right, I'll see you in the back behind the scenes though. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Have a
Love,
good
bro.
one.
All right, so yeah, guys. I mean, I'll just say this: at the end of the day, you guys should definitely at least come get a taste of New Vietnam, the new era, because this place is growing every day, every year, every month, every minute, and it's going to get better and better and better and better, you know? So if you guys, you know, have any questions, man, I mean, just, it doesn't matter how stupid or how little it sounds. I'm here. I'm very open, very friendly. I can definitely help you guys. Anything, you know, just message me on Instagram, DM me, slide in my DMs, right? Message me on one of the videos, and, you know, ask me anything, man. I mean, I'm a good resource for you guys. I do know a lot of people, and so this is what I'm doing. This is what I do. So, man, I just really do appreciate all of your guys' support. Again, I want you guys to make sure you like this video. Make sure that you guys subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and follow the journey, man, because this is the beginning, you know. I'm going to be coming up with all these updates for you guys every week. I'm going to make sure that I every week I'll be always seeing y'all live. So you'll see this ugly face, you know. And also, thank you guys for supporting the videos and watching, you know, through the whole video, right? I really do appreciate you guys hitting that like button and stuff, and supporting, man. I'm a young creator, and I'm really just trying to help you guys and help people like myself that didn't know anything about Vietnam and then traveling and are nervous about stepping out. You know, let me help you, you know, have a soft landing, right, Stoic? Let me help you have a soft landing. So, yeah, catch you guys again on you know, this week. I have some big videos coming up. So special guests I interviewed this week. Make sure you guys you know, check that out when I do drop it. I went and checked out some luxury apartments, cost of living stuff. That video, I'm working on it literally as after this. So that'll be my next video that comes out. And then my next video after that is going to be my special guest interview. So if you guys can see who was in my special, in my next video, I'll give you something. All right. But if I told you already, you don't get to play. All right. So that's going to do it for this live, guys. Have any questions, man? Much love to you guys. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you for hanging with me. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Hold on. We got one more. Mr. Wade. He snuck it in there, Mr. Wade. Good job, buddy. So Wade says, I definitely need to visit Vietnam along with Japan and Thailand. But since Thailand changing way too much, probably see myself moving to Vietnam permanently. Yeah. Hey, man, hit me up, brother. I'd love to meet you, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stoic says, pull up. Yeah. Anybody, you guys want to come out here, pull up, man. For real. You know, I'm probably want to be one of the most realist Vietnamese. I'll be one of the most realist YouTubers you'll meet, man. So what you see here is what you get. All right. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you guys. So again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Stoic, for hanging out. Mr. Wade, thank you so much. Everybody who hung out, thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See you.